Alright guys, welcome back to North Dakota, the frigid wasteland. I'm sure a lot of people that live out here are probably like, man, these guys are wussies, always talking about how cold it is. But so last night it was -4. I made an executive decision to sleep in. Part of me just thinks we can only be out there in that cold of weather for so long of a period, so why don't we do, like, at some point we're gonna have to come in. I think we decided we would skip the first light hunt, we'd go do a midday hunt. So right now until whenever we feel like it's either, you know, good or bad or whatever, we're gonna switch spots. It sounds easy for people that have done this a lot and they got their gear dialed in, but we have brand new stuff. We're gonna use the tethered system. I've only used it once. Martin's wasn't even set up, so we took some time this morning to build that. So today's hunt is gonna be with the tethered system, the tree saddle style, in the coulee that we got all the good pictures. Again, if you didn't see yesterday's video, here's some of the bucks that we got on camera down in there. So we know there's a lot of activity going on. We know that the buck should be cruising by now. That has definitely got a lot of traffic, and it's got two really good trees to hang our tree saddles. So that's what we're gonna go do. We'll go out there, get set up, and see what walks by. Made it out to the property. We have a west wind, so we're gonna approach this coulee with the wind in our face, slip down in there and try to get these tethered systems hung up quietly. Being a lefty shooter, I'll have to set up to where I can shoot comfortably to the left. Martin will be on the other side, just sitting there, sitting to death, ready to film. Well, this is nuts. Like, all this stuff is so much easier when it's warm. Just getting our stuff on, having to have gloves on, everything is just a little more difficult. I'm sure setting it up and climbing is going to be a little more difficult, but let's sneak down there and try to safely get set up in the tree. This is the first time we're doing this whole tethered system, so let's try it. It's going to be hard to see, but it's a good thing we got everything here saved on our OnX. We're going to wrap around this yellow pin and come down right to that yellow pin. That's the junction. That's where all the deer were, so we almost bombed in too early. Good thing we double checked. This is where we're gonna set up. There's like a 1, 2, 3, 4 funnels, like kind of running down to this little opening. Looks like a good spot. Setting up these for 2 people, a little tricky for being a left-handed shooter. So we're just gonna climb up there and see if we can get some angles on this opening right here. Alright guys, we're in the tree saddle, 12:30. It took us a while to get set up, as we figured, just because we're rookies at this. 3 climbing sticks high, so not crazy high, but good creek bottom with some good trails. I don't know if we just like blew out everything. Hope that there's some buck a mile away right now, bedded, that wants to stand up and eventually come this way. All we can do now is sit and wait. I've got really good shooting lanes to my right, being a left-handed shooter. What up? Dude, ooh, baby.
Keep it on that one.
Unfortunately, our time has run out to hunt this property. Right now it's 9:45 a.m. and we have to be off of this land before the rifle hunt starts, which oddly enough, their rifle season starts at noon today, November 8th. With that being said, we're gonna hop out, take our tree stand down, take our climbing sticks and all our little hooks and everything out of here. Then we have a couple things to grab before noon, so we have to go get our tree saddle set up, and then we have one more trail camera to pull, which I have a really good feeling it's going to have a lot of activity, especially in the early summer months. So kind of a bummer, not gonna lie. We tried. I mean, we came out here and tried to do it ourselves and set up our stands and do the whole summer scouting, and unfortunately we just didn't see any shooter bucks. There's deer, don't get me wrong, there's deer here, but when you drive out and hit the county road, the first thing you see in your headlights as you pan, take a left turn, you see about 30 to 40 white-tailed deer across the street in a cut cornfield. It kind of lets you know like the ag fields are very important. So lucky for us, we're gonna move properties. It's only gonna get better and better, but for now we'll pick up our stuff and go snag that trail camera. Tracks or something, but some deer tracks following through. Guys, if you remember, over the summer we came here and we actually put out a bag of corn right here. We made the deer a nice little sanctuary city where no hunting is legal because you can't hunt. We got some hunters on the neighboring property that don't seem to be very happy with us, but it doesn't really matter. Those neighbors are unhappy. They're riflemen. But you know what? It's not rifle season yet. We're just getting our stuff off the property. They're looking at us like we're doing something wrong. When in fact, we're doing something right, which is getting off of here before rifle season starts, like we said. Look, Mr. Hound Dog's on the way. Well, we got a mess to clean up, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Let's go check this camera. Wipe your feet, please. It's so clean in here. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the same bucks are on here, but I bet there's some bucks, some different bucks. Let's check it out. Don't look at my password, guys. Show us the goods that we can no longer hunt. All right, we're going to flashback. Looks like we set up the camera July 29th. First deer, next day. Now bear with us. This is gonna take a while, but there is a ton of photos. We found a faster way to go through these. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah. What do we got? Nice, kind of short, but a nice 8. Whoa. We got a cruiser. Show us the goods. Dang, dude. That's a 5-point here at least. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the beam. Here we go. Just an 8, a nice 8. Shooter for us. There's got to be something else in here. Could be the same 8. Look at the body difference between him and a doe. So the bucks really started coming in and cruising. There we go. That's the one with 5 on the right. And that's the 31st of October, man. October was pretty good on the cams. Hello? After pulling the first camera, we had all those bucks. Velvet, September, October. The big ones, the freak buck and the big typical 10 were on the first camera, and we're like, dude, we have 9 of these out there. Imagine, we're gonna have 9 of this. Bucks everywhere. That first camera was by far the best camera, and we didn't get to see any of the bucks in person. We're gonna go meet up with Levi. And these last few days have been rough, I'm not gonna lie. The cold has kicked our butt, the wind has kicked our butt. We haven't seen many deer. Getting out of the stand today, I'm like, you know what? You can't fully appreciate and enjoy the good times until you experience the bads. So I am hoping that those last few days were the bads. So we're gonna close this one up right now. Make sure you subscribe. I hope, guys, I'm sorry it's been slow here in North Dakota, but we're in it for the long run. And if we can, get to some better properties, make better content, and just hopefully see a shooter buck. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video.